Real estate mogul, star of $1 Million Listing LA, the owner of the real estate company, the Altman brothers, Josh Altman. Josh, thanks for being on.
Chris, thanks for having me. I'm getting off of the craziest week of my 20-year career. The phone has not stopped ringing, not in a good way, not the type of business you want to be doing. We have over 1,500 new renters just locally. I'm about 10 minutes away from the Palisades. We got a lot of people in this new market. There's an entire off-market business that's being done right now. No one can find a rental. It's insane. People are trying to make deals with empty houses that were supposed to be for sale. We're in uncharted waters here. Ordinances are changing by the hour, which is good because people are trying to figure out a way to speed the build process to get these people back to normal life. But also at the same time, even somebody like me, I'm learning as we go. If you asked me 2 weeks ago about price gouging in real estate, I wouldn't even know what you were talking about. And now it's a very big deal here. I'm actually involved in a group of realtors that have this list that people are putting together. There's over 2,000 units just on this list of people who had different prices late December, and now they are higher in January. That's a big issue for multiple different reasons, and it's very obvious. This is not like you can hide this. This is public record. People can look what it was on for a couple weeks ago, and it's a big problem that we're dealing with, and it's really a race to who can get to these leases first and make a deal. And we don't even know what's going to happen at the end of the day.
Well, I get the price pressure of supply and demand in this situation. That was going to happen. But the state made the 10% rule. How are they getting around the 10% rule?
Well, we're going to see what the punishment is, right? Because we don't even know what that is yet. People who have learned about it, like us, for instance, we've had meetings with our brokerage. We can't even take those listings if that's the case. We don't want to be anywhere near them because you're going to get dragged into them on a real estate agent front as well. So it'll be interesting to see. What I'm hearing is if you were on for $10,000 a month, for example, and you raised it to $20,000 a month, that tenant, once they're in that house, I would be very surprised if they're not able to get the entire difference of that $10,000 back if they go out and hire an attorney. There's gonna be so much of it. You have to realize we signed $250 million worth of listings in the past week. We usually do that in a month and a half. There's more properties flooding the market, both for sale and for lease. I have 50 friends just personally with houses that I've sold that have lost their houses completely, and they're going to do whatever they need to do to get their family to some type of normalcy. You can't live in a hotel for that long. You got to get back to reality a little bit. I will also tell you, Chris, I walked the Palisades. I walked Malibu. For people watching around the world and seeing this, I'm telling you, it is 100 times worse when you walk those areas. It gives you a stomach ache. You can't even wrap your head around it. Neighborhoods gone. Think about the Palisades. This was that all-American neighborhood. Families, children running up and down the street. It was like what you see in movies. Gone. But I will tell you what's interesting, Chris. I said when this first happened, maybe 35 to 40% of the people won't go back to the Palisades. I now up my number to 65 to 70% of the people who lived in the Palisades won't go back there. What are they going to do? They're going to be the house that's finished and then live amongst 100 other houses being developed. The kids that are 5 years old, they're going to be 10 years old by the time it's done. They're not going to go to the same school.
Yeah. Listen, Brother Altman, I appreciate you. Thank you for telling us what's happening. Let's stay in touch. And as you go through it and you see who's doing it right and who's doing wrong and why, let me know and I'll get the word out. Josh, all the best to you.
Chris, I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll speak again soon. We'll be right back. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.